give him a few minutes. It looks like, Barrett, you're still set to your account, at least on my screen.
Yeah, I haven't saved it again.
Alright. Alright, that fixed it. And I think Oscar is set to his character, at least it looks like he is.
I hope so.
Oh, it said back to your account, Barrett. Oh, there it goes.
I accidentally clicked back, and apparently anytime I go in, it just starts that way, so.
Yeah, the default whenever you load Roll20 is for it to be set to your account, which is annoying. But so yeah, unfortunately, you have to switch it each time.
It was just confusing because both of them, my account and my character says Barrett, so.
Yeah, and you can actually change your account back to your account name now that I figured out that you can set yourself to talk as your character, because then you don't have to worry about. Because it'll show up now as Barrett on the stream. And also I could see it as Barrett, so I can use that to remember names. Yeah, there. I think each of you right now, your account is set to your character name, so that might be a little confusing. But if you want to change it back to the normal account name, that's fine. Alright, I'll give Garen a few more minutes. If he doesn't show, we'll probably just get started. Are you all okay with Jacob's missing games until he feels better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Alright, yeah, I figured it wasn't gonna be a big deal. We still have 5 players, so we should be fine. So for today, we were supposed to have Gnarl as scribe, but since he's not here, is someone willing to take his spot as scribe for the inspiration point? Otherwise, I can roll for it. Alright.
Looks like Oscar and I have done it already.
Yeah, Oscar was the previous scribe. In rotation, Gnarl was gonna be next, but unfortunately he's not here. So yeah, I guess Barrett or Garen maybe. I guess Barrett's not here yet. I can, yeah, because next week would be Barrett.
So just flip them around.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
do that.
I can do it.
You want to take it this week?
Best. Yeah, I'm not the best, but I'll
I mean, yeah, it's mostly just a log, so if you want to just take bullet points or something, that's fine. Some people get more involved and write like a story from their character's perspective, but that is definitely not required.
No.
Alright, I'll put Barrett down for scribe this week. And that does get you an inspiration point once you post,
cool.
which is
And
nice
then
to have.
We just post it in the journal, right?
Yeah, under the Discord there's a journal section. You could take as many post spots as you want if you need multiple ones, or just one if it's kind of short. Alright, so Barrett is scribe. What about quartermaster? because Gnarl is also usually quartermaster.
Quartermaster do?
So quartermaster, under party info, there's a party treasury.
Okay, just keep
Quartermaster,
track.
yeah, basically like keep track of all the stuff the group finds, and like maybe if you split your gold or something, just edit the party treasury so it's not there anymore, stuff like that.
Cool. I can do that unless Locoon wants to.
I'm
Who's
quite alright.
is that? Oscar.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Oscar
All right,
will be.
Oscar is temporary quartermaster. What about leader for this week? Who's making the calls? Since Gnarl is also usually leader.
Uh, is that another word for fall guy? Okay,
No,
I'll take.
it's just it's just like if the party needs to make a decision quickly, like someone to kind of, like have you ever been like team lead of a meeting or something, and like make sure the meeting's going okay, and basically just like kind of get everyone's feedback and let me know what the party's doing.
I'll do it for this session, but I don't want to claim that spot permanently.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
maybe we can vote for it when everybody's around.
yeah. Well, Gnarl was the lead, but
Oh
being
yeah,
out this week, I assume he's just gonna take it back next time. It's not
sounds
the
good.
in-game lead. It's more just like if I say, okay, what's the group gonna do? The party lead would either ask people, "What should we do, guys?" or he'd say, "We're gonna do this."
Okay,
Like
sounds good.
it's up to you how you want to handle that. Like usually there could be some RP like as to who's the face and who's making decisions, but this is more like an out of game type thing, like a meta role.
Okay, I'll take it for now.
All right, cool. So I'm not sure what's going on with Garen. Why don't we do a recap and just get going, and hopefully he shows up. Oscar, it looks like you were the previous scribe. Do you want to give us a quick recap?
Yeah. 1 second. Cool.
Sure.
So we after after defeating the first round of dwarves while escorting the caravan, we decided it's better to just head straight to town rather than spend the night out.
Did you say
Um,
dwarves?
or goblins. Sorry.
Hobgoblins? Yeah.
Yeah, hobgoblins.
All right.
My bad. So we went straight to Char. Got a hero's welcome for uh getting the caravan. Um, getting the caravan in there. We had a drunken, merry time with townspeople. Didn't have to pay for any food or anything. Because we were heroes. And then the next day, we met uh with some less than stellar seeming folk who offered us 500 gold to take care of the hobgoblin problem. Uh, and then after that, we met with the mayor who also offered us uh, stuff for taking care of the hobgoblin problem. We found out something about the Iron Tide or the existence of the Iron Tide. After that, as we were leaving the mayor's office, we heard a bunch of commotion out by the west gate. We went out, found a farmhouse where we encountered a couple of hobgoblins and an ogre. We ended up slaying all of them, and we also found a wolf there who started following. Who is it? Gnarl? Yeah, the
Gnarl,
wolf
yeah.
started
Yep.
taking a liking to Gnarl. And then we headed back to town, and we found that Lord Blackwater was looking for us when we got back to town.
Yeah, and that's about where we ended. So it is currently, I think, 12 o'clock in the afternoon when you got back to town. At least that's what my calendar here says. So what do you all want to do?
Hmm. Uh,
Oh, I was gonna say I suppose we could go talk to Blackwater because it's at the inn, right?
uh, where where did the guards take the girl?
Which girl are you talking about?
Or somebody was
There were
crying.
Sorry,
The
what?
person that's kind of told us about um attack, right?
Oh,
yeah, there was a kid.
the kid. They took her to the barracks last you saw, and the parents were taken there as well for the time being, probably to recover.
Okay.
So
Um,
yeah, you assume she's at the town hall.
okay. Oscar, what were you saying?
Uh, do you want to check in on all those people? See how they're doing? See what's going on at the barracks? Or you think we should
Yeah,
go find Blackwater?
that's what you want to do, right?
I mean, I'm not too familiar with this Blackwater fella, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, me neither. There, the Blackwater.
We did get a
Uh,
letter, didn't we?
Yeah. So when you got back to town, Shock met you at the gate, and he gave you a letter that was given to him to deliver to the heroes of Chaur. Is who the letter is addressed to, and it
Did we
has
read it?
the seal of Blackwater's family on it. And I think you read it, and it basically said to please come and speak to him at your earliest convenience.
okay. Yeah, let's go to Blackwater. I think that's a good idea, Baird.
Yeah, so Blackwater, as far as you know, who is the one who grew up in this town?
A Garen.
That was Garen, okay, and so he would tell you because he's in the background that Blackwater's estate is over here. He owns the farmland around there, the house, and he technically owns some of the land around the church, which has been dilapidated for 100 years. The cursed church.
This black house right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the group's making their way up there.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so it's still pretty early in the day. You see there are people kind of moving about town, laborers building and fixing, people in the marketplace trading. As you get over to here, you take the road up. And Blackwater's estate is a large, foreboding mansion with several buildings connected to one another, and one kind of large tower in the middle. It looks a bit odd. It looks like it's about 3 stories total. A little bit. I'm not sure what the word would be, but it's definitely looks pricey or kind of old and pricey. You see that there are several mercenaries kind of at the front gate who would stop you as you approach. And one of them says, "What's your business here, stranger?" They're all pretty well armed with spears and what appear to be chain armor.
I guess Loken will take the scroll and unravel it. Looks like we've been called here. Got a scroll.
The guard stares
Sent
at you
for
a
us.
bit. He says, "You have your hood up, right?"
Yep.
He
Maybe I
says,
shouldn't be the one talking.
"Is there something wrong with you? You look a bit disfigured, friend."
Yeah.
He was
Accident when I was
born
a
really
child.
ugly.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Did I get the help of Oscar here? Where's
So
Or
maybe the other way around. So he kind of looks at Oscar, looks at you, and he says, "You said you handed him the letter?"
Yep.
He looks at you, then kind of looks over the letter. Yeah, give me a moment, he says, and he heads inside the house. The other guard kind of standing there watching you. About 5 or so minutes pass with you sitting out here when the guard returns. He says, yeah, Lord Blackwater was actually expecting you, so come on in.
All right. Thanks.
All right, so he leads you past the front gate, the stone gate, which on the inside there's some more guards walking around. You get to the inner house, kind of the entry area, where it almost seems like the main hall has been converted into some kind of like a meeting slash storage area. There's a bunch of makeshift bookshelves around. People sitting at tables, kind of reading, possibly researching. A bunch of crates stacked up as if someone might be getting ready to go on an expedition. And kind of off to the side, there is a desk on top of one of the nice looking carpets with the man you saw earlier leaving the barracks. As you approach, he looks up from some scrolls and he says, "Ah, the heroes of Chaur, is it?" And he stands and gives you a polite bow. He says, "Welcome to my home. I'm Galen Blackwater, Lord Blackwater at your service." He says, "Thank you for coming so quickly."
Oh, Matt. Yeah, what are you calling us for?
Well, I heard about your exploits on the road and that you got the caravan here safely. It's impressive that you were able to break the hobgoblin blockade, and I could use mercenaries of your skill if you are looking for work, that is.
I'm
Looks
always
back at
looking
the
for
party.
work.
He kind of nods, looking back and forth, and says, "Well, as you might know, there's a bit of an issue with hobgoblins right now. The town has been, well, it's seen better days, and I fear that if something isn't done soon, we could be facing disaster. I was hoping you could maybe help me deal with the hobgoblins."
Oh, yeah. Uh, Pretty good at dispatching hobgoblins.
So as you say that, he sort of looks at you and notices you a little bit more now and says, "What race are you, if you don't mind me asking?"
Uh, you know, a mix of this and that. And
Uh,
the
can I use guidance, or can I give guidance to Lokun?
So you could cast guidance right now, but it would be really obvious because
Okay.
it's hard to cast spells without, because there'd be like chanting and
People
magic.
know.
Yeah. So it might be a
Yeah.
little weird.
All right. Darn.
goblin. I'm a goblinoid for the good kind, you know. Uh, Don't associate me with those
Give,
bastards out there.
Unsavory types.
give me a
Yeah.
persuasion check.
Oh my God, where is our face?
Do you
Just
have
keep
a
talking.
face?
Oh,
Does this group have a charisma person?
I have
maybe
a lot
that
of
could-
charisma.
oh, then I should not be talking.
So he nods. He says, "I see. Well, are you familiar with the hobgoblins that have been attacking the town?"
Oh yeah, we took quite a few of them down. And he pulls out some like bloody like chainmail with the insignia.
Pull out a goblin head. We got a bunch.
He pulling out
Oh yeah, in
goblin
the head.
heads.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the heads.
He.
We gave them to the guards. But,
Yeah, I think
Oh,
you
okay,
actually
good.
gave those to the guards, but
Oh, okay. Do we still have our ogre head?
No,
I assume you gave those to the guard as well. I
it's
mean,
probably
Okay.
good.
yeah. So he ponders this a moment and says, "Well, I more meant, are you familiar with the specific group that's attacking the town?"
a little bit of I've heard a little bit about them.
What have you heard?
They're real bastards, always chasing glory and warlording around.
Uh,
I know. Yeah.
Give me a persuasion or deception check, your choice.
Oh my God. I'm going to try to. I don't know how I got down this rabbit hole with him.
Well, you're the one that
Oh my
stepped
God.
forward to talk to him. All right, so he considers that a moment and says, huh, I see. Well, let me tell you a bit about my proposition here. So, my scouts have brought information on the hobgoblins, where their base is, and I know a bit about their numbers, though I don't know much about what they're up to or what they plan to do next. He says, there's also something I need you to retrieve for me.
Hmm. Jared, maybe you can take the lead on this conversation. But tell
What
us
is it
more.
you would like us to retrieve there?
Who's speaking now?
Barrett, he just kind of steps forward, I guess.
So you step forward to speak. Blackwater considers you a moment. He says, you look very familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
Definitely not, sir.
Huh. Uh, well, the hobgoblins have something of value. A magical elven dagger that I need retrieved. As well as stopping them, part of the conditions of your payment would be to retrieve this dagger for me.
Ah, and this dagger, what is it worth to you, I suppose?
So he kind of looks at you for a moment again as if he's considering something. He scratches his chin and says, I would be willing to pay you 700 gold pieces each for the dagger.
Ooh.
That is awfully generous. I'm sure we could dispatch some hobgoblins, and if we can find it, bring it back to you.
He nods and says, excellent. Well, just to warn you, this is no easy task. One of the reasons why I'm offering so much money is because the hobgoblins' forces number in the hundreds. He says, an army's worth, and very dangerous. Obviously, they're organized and trained, and it's not going to be easy to retrieve. I don't think a direct attack would be even possible with those numbers. But if you could figure out a way to get me this dagger, I would be happy to pay the bounty. A king's ransom. Quite a bit of money, more than anyone else in this town will offer you, I can guarantee you that.
It's rather exciting, if you ask me.
He says, good. I like enthusiasm. I have a scout who can show you the way to the hobgoblin base. You just need to come back and speak with me. He says, do we have a deal then?
Logan was nodding to what he said earlier. Not just.
Yeah, I assumed. And you
I
do
would love.
remember that you were planning on possibly agreeing to Cithral's deal, which was similar
Yeah,
but 200 gold pieces less.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were as not Barrett. Yeah, I thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Barrett will say, I'm very interested in this deal, but alas, let me talk to my uh, comrades. That's the only word I can think of. And make sure everyone is down for this task.
Give me a persuasion check.
No bad rolls.
You can do it. Nice.
He says, "Of course. I'm not. Take your time, talk it over. You would note that he probably seems a bit surprised that you're having to think about it, but he says, just come back to me and let me know. But the sooner the better. Obviously, the town is in danger, and taking care of these hobgoblins should be our top priority." And with that,
Very
he
well.
would sit back down and say, "My guards can escort you to the front gate. Just come back when you're ready to make a deal, and I can assign my scout to show you how to get to the hobgoblins' territory."
Hmm.
Great.
All right. So what's the group gonna do?
I guess we step out for a little bit to have a private chat.
All right. So you would be led back outside the house, and the guards would just bid you good day as you kind of leave the grounds. What do you want to do?
Hmm. Good talking there, Baird. You're much better at that than I am.
Why,
Uh,
thank you. You seem like you're doing pretty all right yourself for a minute there.
just getting a little bit lucky there, I think. You can see him wipe off a bead of sweat off his brow. Um, well, looks like we got the highest bidder here. Good thing we came here.
Definitely
Um,
less exciting, but also less sketchy.
mhm. I'm just wondering why this dagger. So many bidders. Something.
Yeah, maybe
Wish I
we keep it for
knew.
ourselves at some point.
Yeah, like the others said too. Um, I'm
Gar-
wondering.
Garen kind of looks and says, "Keep it for ourselves. Do you mean like give them a fake dagger?"
Uh, I'm not sure if we'll be able to pass that by them. Um,
I mean,
it
it's a
might be
big
tough.
world.
That kind of gold, I think they know what they're looking for.
And
Hmm.
probably not quick to forget about it.
Yeah, they don't want them as enemies, but like the like you guys said though, we don't want any harm befall this town. Um,
I
this
was
is
all game to take the deal right there, but I didn't know if I could. I didn't know if I could should just make a decision for everyone like that.
well, what did he say? He said that he would help us scout it out, and he said maybe a frontal attack is not the way to do it, but perhaps
Well,
to know what we.
he said he'd give us a scout. Gnarl says, sounding like George Clooney. He didn't actually say anything about helping us scout.
Oh, but maybe he can get us there, and we can scope it out and see what we're really getting ourselves into before we commit. But I'm down for this deal. 700 gold can go a long ways. Could buy a lot of arcane components for that.
Hmm.
What if we find the dagger first and then figure out later?
Yeah.
Gnarl looks to the group and he says, "So you all are more city or city dwellers than I am. What do you know about these Bloodhand? Like, will they be angry if we sell to Blackwater instead of them? Do we have to worry about retribution?"
Well, we
Always
never made a deal with them, so I mean, we can just be like, nah.
yeah,
Nah.
it's true. We wouldn't be reneging on them. We told
Oh
them the
no.
same thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a situation of betrayal, but more of just maybe anger because we didn't work with them. I don't know. I don't know much about these organizations. I just thought someone mentioned that these Bloodhand were criminals, so I just something to keep in mind.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Do you know anything, Oscar? You know anything more about those guys?
I know nothing.
Yeah, Oscar's from the forest as well.
Yeah.
They're pretty ruthless criminals. Is that right? I think what I remember, yeah.
So they are a well-known mafia-like organization throughout the Teruvian Empire. Uh, they can be ruthless if they consider you an enemy, but they are also I don't want to say honorable, but they are known for honoring their word. So they don't really go against their allies, and I guess I don't want to say trustworthy, but they are somewhat, maybe somewhat trustworthy.
Kind of contractual or something like that.
Yeah, like they'll
Yeah.
honor their deals. They have
Yeah.
a reputation for honoring their deals because that's why people
Be
work with
bad.
them.
Yeah, it'd be bad for business otherwise.
Yeah.
Now, look, I don't know. They want to still maybe keep us as an. I don't know about this dagger, but what do you know about the Blackwater Barrett? Do you know anything more about him? Could he perhaps give us protection if we need it? Seems like there's a lot of tension on this dagger.
I not quite sure about that.
So, do you have history, Barrett? You have history training.
Yes, I do have history.
Give
Oh
me
my God!
give me a history check. You might know something about
Coming
the
in clutch.
Blackwater.
Nice.
So you know that the Blackwater family is very powerful within the Empire. You don't remember their mother's name, mother of Galen Blackwater. She has several children. She's an older lady, not probably about like in her 50s, and she holds the second seat on the council, which is the basically there's like I think there's and go look it up. I think there's like 8 seats, and there's like 1 through 8, and the second is the second most powerful. So their family has a lot of clout throughout the empire. You know that Blackwater is kind of like a black sheep of the family almost. Like he's not very political from what you've heard, and he instead spends a lot of his time doing research projects and traveling to kind of lost places within the world looking for ancient relics.
Mm. Sounds like a powerful man, Baird.
I convey all that to them.
Yeah, I figured. So Barrett would tell you all this.
Okay. Baird, sounds like he's a powerful man. I wonder if we go back there and say we want to scope it out first. And if we do get the dagger, um, he did mention something about that he has the highest bid, so he must know that others want this dagger. That perhaps we get the gold and hustle his protection against unwanted attention.
Completely possible that there would be some protection. I say we take the deal. It seems that most of our party wants to help out this town, so we will be trying to dispatch these hobgoblins regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Why not
Sounds good.
search for a dagger and make a lot of money for it as well?
Yeah.
Gnarl nods. He says, "Well, I might be a bit cynical, but I doubt the Blood Hand or Blackwater care much for the citizenry, other than the protection of their own interests. I'm guessing all this money has to do with the dagger. It just makes me wonder what the hell a dagger would be, why it would be so important to these factions, what they intend to do with it."
Yeah.
And he says, "I've heard of magical weapons, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a really powerful magical weapon. That's the only thing I could think."
Well, I can get my hands on it. Can study it for some time and maybe learn a bit more about it. Um,
He says,
I think we
go ahead.
maybe don't commit to the deal, but
Find the
have him lend
dagger.
us.
Sorry, what?
Find the dagger.
That
Yeah.
could be a good first step.
Do
Seems
it.
like, yeah, there's not much else to do right now anyway. This place is, kind of, under attack, and maybe getting the dagger and defeating these hobgoblins will,
Yeah.
well, fetch us some rewards.
All right.
I do
So
know
Baird,
Blackwater will probably want a deal. He looked at me as he knew there might be other bidders, and I'm sure he wants to ensure that we will bring the dagger to him and not a competitor.
mhm. Yeah. gave us the right price. Want to go back in there and let him know we need that scout.
Do you think he knows that the Blood Hand are looking for it as well?
Yeah, let's just walk right back in there.
You know, Garen says, there's also the chance that Cithril might be willing to pay more if she knows there's competition. Although then if we tell her, she'll, I don't know, it might anger her.
There are a lot of guys with crossbows in that house. I'm not sure how. I don't know. It's an idea. Not a bad idea. You're definitely a businessman. That place made me a little nervous when we walked in there.
You
Yeah,
think we could
nice.
find this little goblin camp on our own?
Maybe to help with my owl, but I don't know. Do you guys want to perhaps go to the town hall and we're not going to.
Marketplace is probably a good place to start in terms of like talking to people, see if anybody knows anything about where we could find some goblins.
Yeah.
Gnarl says, well, these people most likely haven't been outside the town. I'm assuming the siege has kept them locked in here. But that said, if I could find a trail of some kind, we might be able to follow it to their main base. Because obviously they have to be coming from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Dare
He says, why wouldn't we just take one of the Blackwater or Cithril's help? Do you think we should try to do this on our own?
I don't think so. I think we go with the highest bidder. But going to the marketplace is not a bad idea. We can get rid of some of this heavy chainmail. We can carry back some heads.
Do we still have those heads?
Oh, I think the guards took them.
Oh, I'm saying.
Otherwise, we walk around with all these.
Just a bunch of
I
heads.
said carry them back if we come across more hobgoblins.
Gnarl nods. He says, yeah, it probably is a good idea to try to sell that chainmail, though. I'm not sure anyone in this town has any money right now, with all the sieging and the lack of caravans. I would guess everyone here is pretty poor, except maybe he kind of motions to Blackwater's house. Maybe this guy.
Would we have a place we could store it so it's not on us?
We have our rooms at the inn. If we work with Blackwater or Cithril, maybe they'll be willing to give us a place. I don't know.
It's I like look, I don't think either of these houses are always are altruistic causes, but Blackwater has the highest price, and it's right here. Want to go back in, see if we can get rid of this chainmail, and get that scout, and scope out the hobgoblins.
You think Blackwater will buy it?
It's got coin.
I guess it can't hurt to ask. Not sure what you do with it, but... Alright, so you all want to go back in the house? Is that the plan?
That is definitely my vote. What about you, Oscar?
Sounds good.
Alright, so you go back up to the guard. They just let you pass at this point, because Blackwater told them that you should have access. So you come... Or go ahead.
Oh, before we step into the house, could I do a ritual casting of Detect Magic?
You gonna do that, before you even go past the gate?
Yeah.
Alright, so you kind of step off to the side and do some chanting. Take about 10 minutes. What time is it right now? It is probably about 1 o'clock at this point. But yeah, you do some chanting, you channel energies, and about 10 minutes later, your spell is functioning. So you can now see magical auras within 30 feet.
Okay.
Nothing near you currently looks magical.
Okay. Shall we?
Let's go!
Alright, so you head back into Blackwater's estate. He is still within the main hall. Now he's speaking to a few people. He looks up as you approach and says, "Ah, you've returned. Did you have your chat?"
We certainly did, and we would be honored to take your offer and try to help you find the stagger and get rid of the hobgoblins.
I'm happy to hear that. He smiles and kind of rubs his hands together. He says, "So, what is needed? Is there anything you need from me to help you get this done, or do you have what you need?" He says,
We have
"Of course, I am willing to offer my scout to you whenever you wish. He can show you the way to the Hobgoblin territory. It is a little bit of a travel from here." He looks to one of the scouts off to the side, and he says, 3 days, I believe, and the scout nods. He says, "So you'll have to have some supplies for the travel, but I can have him ready to go at a moment's notice."
The first thing I certainly need is we happen to have all this chainmail and what was it? Let me look. Sorry, longbows, 4 suits of chainmail, and it would be very inconvenient to have to carry all of this to the hobgoblins. If you know a buyer or a place we can store it during this quest, that would be.
So he says, well, there aren't too many in town right now, even though that is actually, looks like it's fairly good quality, but I don't think there's many in town who have the coin for that. I certainly don't need chainmail or bows myself. I already have a supply of weaponry, and all the mercenaries I've been hiring have their own. If you wish to store it, I can offer you lodging at my estate, where you can store whatever you want, and you can sleep there as well, if you need a place to sleep.
That's cool. I keep wanting to say tight. That sounds tight. We would love to. That would be very helpful.
He nods. Give me a persuasion check, actually. Oh, yeah. So yeah, he says, my servant here will show you to some quarters that you can use to store things and rest. I just ask that you keep everything somewhat clean, and don't wander around the house outside of the, well, it's in the servant area, so don't wander outside the servant area. Is that agreeable?
Yes, that is agreeable.
Absolutely.
Alright. So he sends the servant with you to show you where that is, and one of his scouts as well accompanies you. Yes, you definitely sense magic. In the main hall, there are several mercenaries, one of which has magical auras on his armor and weapon. There's another mercenary there with a bow that has a magical aura. And you would probably sense that Blackwater himself has a ring with an aura on it. His cane has an aura on it, and he has a cloak on which has an aura on it.
I would like to concentrate a little bit and try to discern which school of magic.
On which thing?
The cape, the ring, the
Right.
everything.
Make me look this up. Hang on. So the cape has... what school would that be? Hang on. The cape has an abjuration aura on it. The ring would have a abjuration aura as well, and the cane would have an evocation aura on it.
Okay. And what about the guards? You said that their armor and longbow.
So it's harder to get a read on their stuff because they're kind of moving around unless you want to try to go follow one of them.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Okay. So yeah, the servant would lead you down a side hallway into an area of the house that doesn't look as nice, but he leads you up to a door and kind of hands Barrett a key. It says, just give back the key when you're done, sir.
Certainly.
And he bows to you. The scout would kind of walk up next to you and say, when will all of you be ready to depart? I would suggest we go in the morning, just because then we'll have the most time to travel by light.
Morning sounds great.
He says, all right.
In case we need anything from Blackwater, we can ask before we leave.
Yeah.
He nods. He says, well, I'll meet you tomorrow morning by the north gate. If you need to find me, I'll probably be around the manor here. Just look for me in the main hall. And with that, he departs. Alright, so you unlock the room, and yeah, inside looks like there's one bed. It's not a huge place, but you could definitely store some stuff here.
Alright, let's unload this heavy shite.
Alright, so you just kind of pile the stuff, like the bows and the armor. And I would say just mark on the party treasury that this stuff is in Lord Blackwater's manor. And then you don't have to worry about the weight of it.
55 pounds.
Anything else you want to do here? Like I said, it's probably about 1 o'clock, maybe like 1:30 by now.
I keep having an idea because we have a hobgoblin. But
Yeah.
chainmail's hard. You could always, can we have you,
What do you want me to do?
infiltrate the hobgoblins?
Risky. Look,
Because you're a wizard.
let's just say, we didn't leave on the best terms. Let's just say that.
Oh, are you previously Iron Tide?
I don't really want to talk about it too much in here, but he kind of gives you a silent nod. I'll tell you more when we're in maybe not in this estate.
Understand.
Definitely don't want to keep secrets from you guys. I'll let you know. But I'm with you guys. Trust me on that.
Oh, I trust.
All right. Oh, we got some time. I don't know. Do we just kill time and get some shut eye for next day, or you want to hit the tavern, or you guys just want to skip ahead to the scouting part? I don't know.
We could collect our gold from the hobgoblins we killed. No, that's
Oh, yeah.
not that much. It's like
Do we do that?
I thought they paid you that already.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
they paid us a bonus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
thought,
it's right there. Got it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it should
I
be
see
in
it.
the party treasury already. When you first got back, they told the barracks what happened, and you got your money.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Not bad.
But yeah, like you said, if you all want, we can do some RP around town, or I can skip some time. If there are projects you want to work on, you can work on those. It's up to the group what they want to do.
Loken is a wizard, but he's a wizard that hates wasting time on that kind of wizardly stuff, and is up for skipping ahead to the action. Or
Do we
Alright.
need to tell that one lady? I'll remember her name.
Sithril?
Sithril. That we don't want to take her offer. She is waiting on a response. That might just be rude if we don't.
I don't think she has an expectation of any time we get back to her. like I said, that house that had a lot of guards with crossbows. Wasn't I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm okay with that, but that place you didn't get the best looks when we walked into that joint.
It's true, Gnarl says. It wasn't the most inviting place. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about telling them that we're not helping them. Although just not saying anything might also be viewed as kind of insulting.
Definitely a lose kind of situation, but which one is gonna be more detrimental to our
Gnarl looks to Barrett and says, "Well, you seem to be pretty versed at persuasion. Maybe you could let her down easy, I think the term is."
We can always try. I am very.
Y'all able to hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You sound different. Like the quality of your mic sounds like it changed a bit.
I just plugged the mic in, or put headphones on.
Alright, yeah, it sounds a little bit blurry now.
A little worse, okay, then I'll go back.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good before. I'm down to do whatever you guys want to do, but I'm not sure we want to commit to either way, right? Like we want to see what's up with this dagger before we made a decision.
Yeah.
Off decisions till later.
Yeah.
That's kind of, and then worst that happens is we go disappear into the woods for a few years and everybody forgets about us.
Perhaps go into hiding.
See, to live off of good berries or something.
I
Alright.
definitely think there's an expectation with Blackwater's help. Just putting that out there, and he is a very influential gentleman.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think whoever we side with, the other party might feel a bit put out. It just depends on how put out they feel.
And I'll say that I don't think it improves our situation. You know, you let Cithril know that we're not doing that deal, and then we sell it to turn it to Blackwater. Won't go well just because you went back there and let her know that we weren't doing it. I'm not sure if that's going to improve the situation. So I don't know. I say we move on.
That's what I'm about.
Okay. So are we passing time till tomorrow, or does the group want to do anything else in town?
Token doesn't need to do anything else.
Alright.
I think I'm all set.
So, are you going to stay here at Blackwater's house?
Sure. Whatever these guys want to do. I'm down to go to the tavern or stay here, but
right.
I'm also down to kind of skip ahead if that's what the other guys want to do.
Well, staying here you could still skip ahead. It's just if you stay here versus the Darkwater, you would be able to stay here for free, whereas the Darkwater you'd have to pay for another night.
Yeah.
Blackwater would also offer you free food, and so you could actually just eat and drink and relax here a bit as day turns to evening. It's pretty quiet. You notice that they're doing... It seems like Blackwater is preparing for some sort of expedition almost. As I said, the front area is just completely like full of all this research material, crates, all these mercenaries who are very well armed. If you were to... I assume you're all staying within either the servants' quarters or the main hall?
Yes.
No one's wandering around or anything. All right, so yeah, you might walk around a bit. Everyone seems pretty busy. No one's really interested in talking to you. Blackwater might say hi every now and then and have some food sent to your room so you don't have to worry about eating. So time passes and day turns to evening, and you're all kind of getting ready to go to sleep for the night. And you said no one's doing anything else today. So you would, in fact, level up to second level
Oh,
on your long rest. So go ahead and level your characters. You should have access to the compendium, so Character Mancer would probably be the easiest way of doing that.
How do we?
And I'll give you a few moments to do that. Did you say how do you do it?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, yeah, sure. In the character sheet, there's a cog tab. If you go to the cog tab, one of the buttons in that tab is level up with Character Mancer. You just click that, and it should walk you through it.
Cool.
Just make sure you choose all the choices it gives you, because if you don't, it'll skip out on giving you some powers that you are supposed to have. Still wonder what happened to Garen. Wonder if he just forgot and fell asleep or something.
yeah. We could use the front our tank.
Yeah. Could use a frontline guy. What do we have now? A wizard, a druid, and
What did I do?
hmm?
Oh, I must have clicked something. I'm trying to figure out. I can't access my little character sheet.
You said you can't access it?
Uh,
Let me take a look.
yeah. Oscar.
Did you minimize it by accident?
I accidentally closed it out.
So it should be in the journal under character info, player characters, Oscar.
Yes. Uh, huh. Yeah, it doesn't let me do anything with it though when I open it up.
Did you go to the character sheet tab?
I don't even see that part.
Huh. What do you see on your screen when you open it?
Just a window that says Oscar, and there's nothing filled in with it. You think I should just log out, log back in?
Uh, so, huh. Yeah,
Uh,
sure. Try relogging or reloading. Maybe that'll help. Because you should have access to it. It says you have permissions to edit and control.
okay, there we go. Cool.
And you, the other two, you have access to your sheets, right?
Yeah, I'm using D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Same, but I just updated my hit points.
Oh,
Nice.
let me do that.
Yeah, the HP, AC, and your ability scores. Try to keep those up to date in the actual sheet.
I imported it automatically.
I guess if it's linked to your token,
Yeah, it worked.
I'm not sure how Beyond 20 works.
If you just click on features and traits, it'll kind of trigger it, I think. So.
All right.
figure it out, Oscar?
I have not. I'm sorry. I just tried.
No worries.
You said click on features and traits.
Oh wait, what are you trying to do, Oscar?
Advance my character.
So did you find? So are you using Beyond or are you using Roll 20?
Roll 20.
So go to your character sheet.
All right.
Uh, you see there's like the core bio spells in the cog tab.
Yes. Cog.
So go to the cog, scroll down, and it should say launch
Yeah.
level plus character mancer. Click on that,
Perfect.
and
Thank you.
that'll start you in the process of leveling up.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And yeah, it's average HP, and I think at level 2, because you're going druid again, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that should, I think that's when you choose your, is it 2 or 3 when you get your druid,
Level 2 is when I get the circle.
right, the circle. So it should let you choose that and everything else.
What circle are you choosing?
Do you know what circle you're choosing, Oscar?
Yep. Yeah, I'm going circle of shepherd.
Ignore that.
Shepherd druid. The healer druid and summoner.
Yep, that's the idea. Healer. Yep. All right. So I think I'm all set.
Alright, and everyone else is all set?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the evening would pass, and it is now the 89th of summer. 7:30 in the morning. You all feel refreshed and possibly a little bit more powerful as your recent experiences begin to pay off with new abilities and powers. Oh wait, I guess your long rest is at 10 a.m. because you had that first day where you forged through the night. So it's 10 a.m. when you wake up, heading over to the gate, right?
Hmm?
Anything else the group wants to do before they head to the gate to meet your scout?
I'm guessing, are we good on like rations and water and stuff like that?
So, yeah, you do have to use rations when you're traveling unless you have someone like an outlander to scavenge food. You don't have to worry about water. It's assumed that you're drinking off the land, like as you travel, as long as you're in an area where you can get water. And you want to make sure you have a sleeping bag and a tent as well. If you're outside, especially if it's like raining or there's some exposure to the elements, you might get exhaustion if you don't have a tent and try to sleep.
Well,
Okay. Maybe
I think we should.
Blackwater say he'd help us out with that. Travels.
Well, he asked if there was anything you needed. Do you want to go?
I think we need.
Do you want to go ask him for a free tent?
That sounds like a great idea.
Certainly do.
All right, so you would go talk to Blackwater today. It is still pretty warm out, but it might be good to get one anyway. So he's talking to some mercenaries when you walk up to him, and he says, good morning. What can I do for you all?"
We were wondering if you had any tents. We have seemed to misplace ours.
Give me a persuasion check. Tents. I can't say I have any. Have you checked the local marketplace?
Wonderful idea.
He says, I think they have supplies there. I don't have any tents immediately available. My apologies.
Shucks. We just, thought if you had one lying around.
What about rations for the trip there and back? So 3 days each way.
I suppose I could ask my quartermaster, and he brings over some of his people. He talks to them for a moment, and he says, how many days of preserved rations do you all need?"
6 days each. There and back.
All right, so he says, "I think we have some cured meats in the food stores. Uh, Let me go check, Master." And so there are, what, 6 of you, and you need 6 days each?
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Sure, the guy comes back with a bunch of sacks of preserved rations, and he gives each of you 6 days. So you have a bunch more food, because I think you already had some food.
You
Says,
did indeed.
I can't help with the tents, but like I said, I think you could probably find those at the market.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, good luck to you, and I hope I see you again soon.
Indeed.
He says,
To the marketplace.
I guess I should show you a picture of the dagger, just in case, so you know what it looks like. So he opens up a book and turns several pages to an illustration of a curved blade. With your history, Barrett, you definitely recognize it as being elven. Give me a history check, though. You might note something else. No. It is definitely elven, but it is a very nice looking curved blade.
Would my Arcana be able to... Do I know anything from my arcane knowledge?
Probably not from just looking at the picture. There was something he may have known or noted from his history, but yeah, unfortunately, he does not.
That was good.
Alright, so to save time, you can pick up tents from the market at book price. You don't have to worry, unless you want to try to haggle. Haggling will take you about an hour, if you want to try to get a lower price.
Be able to get a wooden shield.
Yeah, you can basically buy anything at book price from the marketplace, unless you want to try to haggle and find better prices.
Cool.
Are you
I'm
sure
fine.
there's not a... We should have been... I got a shield from those hobgoblins back there, but I guess you didn't...
Is it wooden?
Yeah, you can borrow this one for now since I'm not using it.
Well, the
right now.
hobgoblins had metal shields. They didn't have wooden shields.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I need wooden.
Oh, so, you want to haggle or just get the tent?
No, I'll just buy that. Sorry.
Alright, so yeah, you could just buy at book prices then.
So since each tent holds 2 people, can we get 3 tents?
Yeah, if you want to share tents, that's fine.
Wait, is everyone okay with sharing tents, or do you want your own tent?
I'm okay with sharing tents. Later on, I'll be able to make us a fancy hut.
A magic hut.
Love
I
huts.
know it.
Magic
well.
Hut sound fancy.
It's not all that fancy, but it is a magic hut.
Oh, mine is fancy.
Alright, fair enough.
Alright, so I can share a tent with somebody. I'm cool with that. If anybody else is cool with that. So get 2 tents?
Yeah.
I thought you said 3 tents for the people who aren't here yet.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was thinking there's 5 of us, yeah? 6.
yeah. Sure. 2 tents. Do you want to take it out of the party treasury? I think everybody would be
6.
cool with that. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright,
6
so you
gold out
use
the
some of the funds you made from your reward and buy 3 tents for the group. Do you have a watch rotation yet?
So,
Let me see.
or I guess we don't have
Oh, you do.
everybody,
Okay.
but Oaken would like to. Well, doesn't matter. That sounds good.
So yeah, we do have a watch rotation, but it's a bit old. It was back when we had Luther. So for traveling, you need someone to be taking watches during the evenings. or basically when you're resting. So there's 3 watches: evening, night, and dawn. Luther was on evening, and I have Gnarl and Lokun on night, and Oscar was on dawn. So we need someone on the evening watch. Maybe Barrett?
Yeah, I don't have any sort of dark vision, so a lighter time of day, dawn or evening,
Alright.
would be
Works.
optimum for for me, so we can
Alright.
be safe.
I will put you on evening watch. Alright, so the scout meets you at the gate. He says, are we all ready to go?
As can be.
Alright. He says, name's Hedron, by the way.
Well, Matt.
He says, it should be about a 3-day journey. Looks like you all are somewhat... looks like you all have your gear, right?
Oh, indeed.
Alright, so let's take off. So the group departs around 10 a or maybe about 10:30, heading up towards the Hobgoblin's base. Alright, so you begin traveling. Give me... so the scout is leading the expedition. He's using survival to pathfind, but if someone has survival, they can help him. Does anyone have survival trained?
I do not.
It would be
Alright.
Gnarl.
Yeah, I think
Gnarl, or maybe Oscar?
I think Oscar just said no.
Yeah, no, I don't, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So let me make a check for Gnarl. I was gonna say someone could play one of the other people's characters in case there's combat. Unfortunately, they're not leveled up yet, so that might not be the best idea. Here, I'll make a check for Gnarl. Gnarl is helping pathfind. Yeah, Gnarl does a pretty good score. Alright, so you are traveling through the first day as you leave Chaur in the distance and start moving over the hills and through some of the wooded areas. Give me a d20 roll. Just anyone in the group. 12. Does anyone have a passive perception of 13 or over?
Gnarl. And
I do.
Oscar, probably.
Oscar?
I have 13.
Alright,
Yeah.
so as the group's making their way through the plains, it's getting towards evening. You would see to the southeast of you a little ways, or sorry, southwest of you, smoke in the distance. Looks like something is on fire. You can't really see what it is because it's pretty far away, and there's a bunch of trees blocking the horizon. But there's also is a bit of a smell in the air, so it definitely smells like something's burning.
You spot anything, Oscar?
Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I see some smoke over down to the southwest over there.
Alright, so you point it out. The guide looks and nods and says, probably one of the hobgoblin attacks. Maybe a farmer. Probably not of concern to us, though. I suggest we just keep going.
I don't know. I don't like them on our tail either. But what do you guys think?
don't want to completely speak for Garen, but his character seemed like he would probably want us to
Yeah.
check on that.
Garen would probably say, I don't like the idea of hobgoblins burning the farms, although if we spend the whole day, trying to protect the farms, we won't get where we need to go. So my vote would be to engage them, but I understand if the rest of you don't want to.
What do you think, Oscar? Baird.
We're looking for the main camp, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is this gonna contribute to like stopping the goblin problem in general? I mean, it might be worth checking out.
So we're with a Blackwater scout too. Is he trying to just get us keep moving or something? Or yeah,
So
or
Hedron says, well, we have 2 more days of travel. I suppose we could try to investigate this, but I feel like it would just take time away from the main journey. He says, I'm not here to fight, so I would, if you're going to go fight hobgoblins, I would let you do that and not get involved."
Alright. Baird, what do you think?
Uh, I think we should check it out. Sounds fun. I always like killing hobgoblins. You do have your pet owl.
Yeah, the owl should be out. Or I'll pop him out into existence.
All
Maybe
right, so it might be flying around, maybe up in the tree or something.
scout
Okay.
ahead. Check it out.
Well, let's do it. We'll be right back. He tells Lokun tells Hendren.
Hedron says, "Well, I'll come with you and just stay back because
Okay.
I don't want to get separated from you all." So you start making your way towards the smell, which is getting stronger as you start moving through the trees. Up ahead, you would see what appears like a farmstead that is fully on fire. Outside of it, there are several hobgoblins. Looks like 3 or 4. Well, you'd see 4 because you have someone with a decent perception, and they are arguing with some orcs. And it sounds like there's yelling back and forth.
How many?
So there are 4 hobgoblins and 4 orcs. 4 and 4.
Jesus.
So 8 total.
Well,
You would
Here you go.
also note that there are. Sorry, what's your perception, Oscar?
13.
All right. Does anyone have a passive perception higher than 13?
Nope.
Let me check Gnarl real quick.
Gnarl, I think, does.
I think his is 15.
Perception. Okay. So Gnarl would whisper and kind of point off to the side, and you see kind of in the grass a little ways away from where the house is burning, there are several individuals tied up. Looks like prisoners, maybe farmers.
Okay. I think that made the choice for us. I think we should try to surprise him.
Gnarl says, there are 8 of them. This could be dangerous.
How distracted do you?
Baird, can't you sneak around and
Oh, no.
So they're definitely distracted right now. The orcs look like they're pretty pissed off about something. Does anyone speak Orcish?
No.
Okay.
Gnarl, isn't he an orc?
Yeah.
That's true. Does he speak Orcish?
I would-
He's half. Is he orc or half orc?
He's full-blooded orc.
All right, so he probably. Let me double check, but I bet he knows what they're saying. Yeah. Okay. So he says it sounds like they're fighting about some kind of spoils they found, something they looted maybe. He points and says there are a bunch of sacks next to them. Maybe it's something that they found in the house, but the orcs sound like they want whatever it is, and the hobgoblins sound like they are wanting to keep it for themselves, that the orcs have no claim on it.
Could definitely try to sneak there and
But it sounds like the conversation between them is getting pretty heated.
Hold on. For so maybe this will maybe they're gonna come to blows. They also, Oscar, you got, or Gnarl, you got good eyes. Do they look hurt?
Gnarl shakes his head. He says, "No, I don't think the farmers put up much of a fight."
Okay.
You think we could sneak around and rescue these prisoners before or without no having the guards recognize us?
You asking Gnarl?
Uh,
I'm asking the whole
Oh, the
group.
group. Gnarl
I
would
think,
say, I don't know. If we got close, they. Well, I mean, even if we could sneak up and untie them, they would surely see the prisoners running away and probably just send a bunch of arrows at them.
I think, I think we just sit tight for a little bit and see where this conversation goes, and let them comes to blows. Maybe let them shed some blood on each other, and then jump in at the end.
Alright, so you want to watch for a bit?
That's
Yeah.
actually a good idea, because
Give me stealth checks. I'll take the top. How many? There are 4 of you, so I'll take the top 2 in the party. The top 2 rolls.
Oscar, you lend me your guidance.
You can all. You
Maybe-
can all. You can all roll though.
Yeah, I'll let me.
Or if you need it, then you
Guidance
use it.
wouldn't help at this point because it would be. You've already kind of snuck up, and this is over a time period. It's not like right away.
Okay.
All right.
So
You
22,
do better than that.
3. Oof,
Ooh.
3. And I'll let Lokun take a crack at this. Or not Lokun, what's his name? Gnarl. Because he is pretty stealthy.
I'm glad we're clumsy.
No face. No.
Stealth. Does he have heavy armor?
Oh, even with the heavy armor.
the accidentally
Okay.
put the chainmail on. Oh, he might have. I don't know.
Oh, I guess he has heavy armor. Okay, well, he still rolled really well. So, yeah, Gnarl sort of works with Barrett, even though Lokun and Oscar aren't very good at hiding, to help hide them in the distance. The orcs continue to yell back and forth against the hobgoblins, and there's a little bit of pushing even. The hobgoblins... Okay. So a fist is thrown, and one of the hobgoblins yells something while the other one grabs one of the orcs.
Does he yell?
Huh?
I can understand goblin.
I mean, they're speaking Orcish. He basically like, "Hey, stop!" Like they're just yelling at each other. Basically, like the hobgoblins are telling them to just calm down, and the orcs are pretty pissed off. All right, so
far
it
away are
is here. Let me give you a battle scene of what's going on here. And unfortunately, I don't have another map, so this map might look familiar. At least I have another map with a farm. So you are going to be kind of up, well, a little bit to the west of here. And there are a bunch of trees. Go ahead and pull yourselves on in this like tree area where you're probably hiding. So like right over here. You can say you're in these trees, so you'd probably be in this area somewhere. Over to the west of you, there are 4 hobgoblins. and 4 orcs. So kind of over here, yelling at each other. These 4 hobgoblins and these 4 orcs are kind of in their face right now. There's some pushing, there's some shouting. No one's drawn weaponry yet, but it's definitely getting escalated. Oh, and there are some humans. Here, do I have some human tokens? So there's a couple of farmers over here, off to the side, like behind some grass. And here, there is some grass. Let me show you where the patches of thick grass are in case that comes into play. Good token represented. Alright, well, just say there's some thick grass over here that they're sitting in. So yeah, you 3 are hidden there. It looks like there is some fighting at this point. The hobgoblins are yelling, the orcs are kind of punching them. It hasn't escalated to weapons yet, though. Do you want to do anything or just keep watching?
Well,
Hey, there
I
was
think
a
watch a little
How
bit.
do we encourage them to fight?
Well, I definitely got a way to do that. But it's gonna. I can cast a spell, but it's only 30 feet.
Ooh.
I think maybe I should just give it a whirl. Okay.
Before
it's
we
gonna-
engage, do we want to set up a little better? Spread out,
You
get
could,
close.
I mean, you could try to sneak closer. There's a risk you'll be seen. At this point, if you try to get closer, they can't cover for you, so you would have to just make a roll if you're trying to stealth closer.
I'm gonna still stay in the brush, and as I'm going to make a little bit of an illusion, and maybe get set a little spark to this conversation they're having.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast. Are you guys okay with that?
Absolutely.
Let's go. If we all die,
Okay.
that'll be hilarious. So.
Oh God, I don't want to die. All right. I'll cast minor illusion 30 feet away from me. Kind of like here, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'll paste it. I'll make it sound like a hobgoblin. I guess. I sound like a hobgoblin, and I'll go like, "Screw this! Let's kill him!" Hobgoblin.
So you're kind of trying to bluff that one of them said that?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't like that.
So, they're currently speaking Orc. Are you going to make the language say that in Orc?
No, I'm saying it as though hobgoblin is saying.
I know, but I'm
it.
saying the hobgoblins are speaking to the orcs in Orcish. They're not speaking to them in Goblin.
So is the idea maybe they're
But that they're
trying
talking
to, say
to
that
themselves.
They're gonna kill
Yeah.
them by talking to themselves.
Oh, so
Yeah.
right, so you're trying to make it sound like the hobgoblins are like like saying it, like trying to keep it secret.
Yeah, like they're just telling one of the like I'm trying to make it sound like one of the hobgoblins is saying let's just kill him.
Alright, so you're hoping that the orcs speak Goblinoid because you haven't heard any of these guys speaking Goblinoid yet.
Well, I'm hoping that the hobgoblins fall for it.
Oh, like they're getting an order from someone?
Yeah.
Or one of them
Okay.
decided to.
One of them is telling them to kill them. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
I mean, isn't it just an investigation on them, on their side?
So,
I don't think minor illusion makes me. I mean, I could do that, but
well,
um,
so, determine the illusion. Yeah, sure, we'll use that. So you're trying to make it sound like one of the guys that's already talking, right?
yeah.
Alright, let me do a int check on one of these guys.
That's a 13.
Ints, well, they're not super intelligent. Let's see how this goes. So you make that noise, like, as if someone said that. This guy sort of looks over at this guy and would say in Goblinoid, we, these are soldiers. We should not kill them. We need them alive. And he says, I didn't say anything. I thought you said that. And they're speaking in Goblinoid, and this guy kind of looks like he's getting pissed off as he's shaking the other guy. He says, don't speak in languages we can't understand. What are you planning? And they're becoming a little bit more agitated. Do you want to do anything else?
I'll do it again. If they're not coming to blows, I'll do it again.
Alright, so you're trying to cast the spell again to...
I'll be like, enough. Die.
Enough what?
Enough. Well, die. Orc.
Enough die orc. Alright, give me another stealth check. As you are casting spells and you might be making some noise over here.
There's no verbal component, but I'll do it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess there's just gesturing. Alright. Here, give me a sec.
Very good.
That's true, there's no verbal. Alright, so are you saying this in Orcish, or Common, or Goblinoid? Are you making this noise?
I'll say this in common.
And you're trying to make it sound like the hobgoblin said that to the orc?
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess maybe the orc is making that check. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give the orc a check on this one.
This works out pretty tight.
Yeah. Or if it doesn't, then oh my god.
Oh,
Sorry,
we gotta
guys.
run.
Nice knowing you.
Oh, the orc is definitely not very smart.
Wow.
Ooh,
He
wee.
succeeded.
So he's sort of looks strangely at the guy. He's like looks around a bit and he says, "That's you." He says, "Who made that noise?" And he says, "Who said that?" And he's looking at the hobgoblins, who are still pretty convinced by your illusion, and they're kind of looking at each other like, who's saying these things? But I guess they thought this guy is saying it. But yeah, the orc's kind of looking around now a bit curiously, but there's still a lot of contention as this guy is kind of grabbing this guy and yelling at him. And these guys are sort of pushing these guys over here, so they're almost sort of in a fight already.
Lay low for a
Alright.
second.
Okay, you
Looking's,
know, try laying low for a sec.
yeah. He's not pushing his luck any further there.
Alright. So this guy is kind of looking around a little bit curious, but there's the yelling gets him distracted pretty quickly again, and at a moment or so later, like a minute later, these guys are basically all punching each other now. The hobgoblins are yelling at the orcs. The orcs are like pushing and punching them, and they're in a little bit of a brawl. Nothing lethal yet, but they're very distracted right now as they're kind of going at it with each other. What do you want to do?
I want to whisper to Barrett to, you think you could get those humans if we distract these guys a little more?
Like, why not? We can always try. Pretty talented in the sneaking.
Maybe give them a bit of your.
You do think that they're distracted enough that the humans might actually be able to get away if they keep to the high grass. If you could get over there and untie them.
All right. I think Barrett is gonna try that.
So
Oscar,
how are
maybe,
you? How are you distracting them further?
And let's see, cast my familiar.
Who is this? Barrett or Oscar?
Oscar.
Yeah. So you're gonna use a shapeshift to summon a familiar?
Yes.
Alright, what are you summoning?
Hawk.
Alright, so you use your shapeshift to quickly bring a hawk into being, as maybe in the trees nearby a hawk flies down and lands on your shoulder.
And then I ask Lokun if he thinks between my hawk and his, we could just trigger some sort of bigger fight.
It's not a bad idea, but I think I'd rather use my illusions. You can use your hawk if you want.
We'll keep it as backup.
Yeah,
If your illusions don't work, we'll take care of the rest.
Mm-hmm. But if Barrett's gonna try to sneak over there, maybe you could use a bit of your hermit guidance.
Yes, that's a great idea. I give guidance to
Barrett?
Baird.
Alright,
Yes.
so is Barrett trying to stealth over to where the people are? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, I think so. Keeping to like high grass, then give him orders like, "Yo,
Alright,
be
so
so quiet."
What about that tree and then to the people?
yeah, so you could go to the tree and use the fields, because the fields have crops in them, so you could use the fields as cover. Give me a stealth check to get to this first tree, and that would be with the guidance. I'll say you have advantage because these guys are very distracted right now. Alright,
Guidance
13,
gives
so
me
D4, yeah.
I'll roll a d4.
Alright, so 14. Let's see if they notice you. So far, so good. You make it over here. Keeping an eye out. They are getting a little bit more into it as there are several people grabbing each other now. Yeah, there's definitely some pretty intense fighting going on. Still no weapons, though. More just punching and roughing each other up. And you're going to try to get over here now?
Yup.
Alright, so I need another group of stealth checks, again at advantage, because they're still very distracted. Alright, 12. Not the best. Let's see if they notice you.
Am I too far for guidance?
Yeah, guidance is touch. So he.
But doesn't it last a minute?
Yes, but it's the next
One
check.
used.
Yeah, it's only to one
Okay,
check.
gotcha.
Got it.
So far, so good. You get over to here. The people see you, and they kind of... One of them's like, please help us. What are you going to do?
Cool.
Actually, no, wait. They actually did not see you. I'm sorry, you were stealthing, so they haven't noticed you yet. You're still in the tall
cool.
grass.
Yeah, I would, I would probably go up to him and just, like, really just...
Do a barrel roll.
Like, you know, the finger in front of the mouth, like, don't frickin' talk. And try to cut their bindings with my dagger.
Alright, give me an intimidate check. As they're kind of beat up and might try... I don't know. So they're making some noises, like you sneak up on them, and they stop, but they do make some noise when they first see you. Luckily, no, the orcs are still full-blown fighting, so they do not notice just yet. What do you want to do?
Let's cut these ropes. I'm gonna be like, if you don't want to die, I need you to get the hell out of here. Try to be as quiet as you can.
Alright, so you pull out a knife and attempt to stealthily free them. Go ahead and give me another stealth check. Jesus, alright. I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage on that because again, I'm still fighting. Oh man,
Not much better.
This
Wow,
is,
look at those rolls. Those are fabulous.
This could be bad. Alright, so you get their ropes cut. This guy over here, however, would kind of be on the ground, and he would look over and be like, "What's going on?" Give me initiative rolls.
Oh lord.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, I didn't valid token it.
Yeah, make sure your token is selected.
I got a 5. Do you want to add me, or should I roll it again?
Just roll again. If you don't have your token selected, it just doesn't count. You can roll again.
Let's get all these bad rolls out the way. So, just a series of unfortunate rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, do we have everyone on there?
Nope.
Looks like it. Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah, I think so.
So the first one to act is Oscar. So Oscar, you see one of the orcs kind of yelling about something. The others still haven't fully caught on, the hobgoblins or the other orcs, because they're kind of distracted by the fighting. But this guy here looks like he is kind of pointing and going for his axe. What do you want to do?
Can I instruct my hawk to use their little talon attack? Or attack?
You cannot attack with a familiar.
Okay, cool.
You could have it like try to use the help action to distract him, but yeah, familiars don't have attacks.
I'm going to start running towards this tree over here.
Are you trying to be stealthy or are you just running?
I'll try to be stealthy.
Alright. So you you'll have to go at half speed if you go stealthy, though.
Cool, then I think I would still be in the trees.
Alright, so if you're just... Well, are you doing any actions or are you just trying to move?
I'm just trying to move.
So you can do a double move then. Go ahead, because you could do a dash, but you're being stealthy, so you're at half speed. So go ahead and move yourself, and I'll see if they notice you.
Cool. I think that's about as far as I can move.
Alright, so you move over there. No, it doesn't look like they've noticed you yet. Lokun, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do minor illusion again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it in common in the hobgoblin voice. Actually, I'm going to do it in a hobgoblin voice, and I'm going to say, "Kill him," or "Kill the orcs." In common.
And you're having it sound like, again, the hobgoblins are saying this?
No.
Alright, so they will make another save. Alright, no, they don't make it. So you try to mimic, I'll say this one's voice, and in common he's yelling, "Kill the orcs! Kill the orcs!" He's kind of in a grapple right now, and they're wrestling, so everyone is a bit confused. This one says, "No, the prisoners!" He's yelling back in Orcish. and he's grappled as well, so he can't move just now as he's trying to get his axe out and get ready to attack. Anything else, Lokun?
No, I'll stay right there.
All right, the orcs go. So this one is in a grapple right now. He is looking around as his friend is yelling about the humans, but he's currently still fighting. This other one is kind of doing a perception check as he's wondering what all this noise is, but now he's still fighting. This orc here is now looking around. Oh, no, he definitely doesn't see anything. Keeps fighting. And this one is going to try to break the grapple because he wants to run over at Barrett, so he's going to make a strength check. Let go of me! They're getting away, you idiot! He does not break the grapple, and the orc is still, or the hobgoblin is still holding him. That's it for the orcs. What do you want your owl to do?
I'm gonna have the owl sneak over here.
Ooh, go ahead, give me a
Fly
stealth check for him.
stealthily.
Through the trees. Like a ninja.
Oh my god.
Alright, this guy's like, is that an owl? What's going on?
These rolls are terrible.
Alright, so the owl is seen, although they don't necessarily know, it's just an owl, so they wouldn't necessarily know much about that. The hobgoblins go. Now that the orc is yelling about the prisoners, they're sort of looking around. The prisoners look fine to them so far. They definitely noticed that owl flying around. This guy would grab this guy and kind of throw him to the ground here, knocking him prone. And he is going to start punching him. He's yelling at him. He's still yelling about the prisoners. That's it for the hobgoblins. Barrett, you're currently you were cutting them free, so you managed to free this guy so far, and he is kind of crawling this way, trying to run away. I assume you're not going to do anything, right? To stop him, I mean. So he's running.
No, I'm just gonna try to cut the other ones free. Maybe the next one I'll ask to help me, give him one of my daggers. But
alright, so you quickly pass this guy a dagger. Well, you cut him free first with your action, and pass him a dagger, so that's your turn, so he's free now. New round, Oscar, what are you doing? Are you muted, Oscar?
Sorry, I'm gonna stealth over to this tree here,
Yeah.
and then that's gonna be it.
Alright, so you move over there and you're just waiting for now?
Yeah.
Lokun.
Lokun is gonna use minor illusion again this time, but he could try to sound like an orc, saying in common, "Screw the prisoners. It's our spoils. Kill the hobgoblins. Enough of this."
Another thing I should show you. There is a sack off to the side here, which might be what they were fighting over. Give me, okay, so you have him yell that. The orcs are going to make an int save. Oh, no, they definitely did not make that one. And this guy's like, kill him! And he draws his axe. That's what he was waiting for.
Okay.
And at this point, they're all out fighting, other than this guy who's still desperately trying to get them to look over at Barrett. So Barrett, you okay, so the orcs are, they're just fighting. Hobgoblins are now fighting. They draw their weapons and there's yelling and fighting. Barrett, you are able to get these guys freed, as this guy's kind of running this way now.
Did he leave my dagger? Did he give it back?
Not yet. He wasn't even thinking about it. So he's just basically running away with the dagger right now.
That's fine.
Alright, so at this point, do you want to try to retreat from battle, or do you want to stick around? Like, as a whole? Because the orcs and the hobgoblins are full out fighting each other now, like with weapons.
I want to retreat from battle, but before we do so, or as the party retreats, I would like to have the owl telepathically communicate with it to steal the.
Oh, that so that sack is fairly large. You don't think the owl could get that?
Okay.
Like, there's probably a bunch of stuff in there.
I want to try though.
I mean,
Are they drawing blood on each other now at this point?
not. I mean, there's some injuries. They're still kind of allies, so they're like, it's more of like a, you know, like
Wrestling match.
yeah, like wrestling, and also like threateningly, like more threateningly than trying to full out murder each other. Basically,
Okay.
both sides are trying to get the other side to back down, and now they've just escalated to having weapons out and like somewhat cutting each other, but they're not full out just murdering each other just yet. But you think, do you want to try to get the sack, or are you guys gonna leave?
Logan's gonna just leave, but yeah, he
Alright.
can't communicate, so.
Huh.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And the rest of you as well.
That's it.
Huh.
Is anyone? All right. So I should say, is anyone gonna try to do anything else? Or are you all retreating now?
Hey,
I
Joe,
think that's up to Baird.
I'm thinking.
Barrett is
I'm
looking
just
at that
thinking.
sack.
So
So if
Yeah.
you're in the tall grass right now, if you ran over and got that sack, it would be very obvious. Like, you'd be standing right next to them.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you've seen. Well, I don't want to metagame. But
Yeah, probably.
Barrett has seen Gnarl run, right?
Well, he
Probably not. I don't have very good perception.
I mean,
Battle.
wait, what do you mean see Gnarl run?
You've seen Gnarl freaking book it across the battlefield.
Recently, like, well, you probably see your people falling back at this point.
Barrett probably thinks that they're fighting over trinkets, and it is not that big of a deal to me. He's not like the I need all the gold rogue. He really doesn't care, so he'll retreat, yeah. for
All right, give me a stealth check with advantage. Again. All right, there you go. So you would sneak away as the fight escalates more, and they continue to fight with each other. Heading back to your.
There's a dagger in that bag. Just kidding. That would be fun.
Magical
It's
dagger.
it's unlikely these guys have the dagger you're looking for. I mean, I guess there's no way to know for sure, but probably not. All right, so the
Oh,
group.
and these
Go ahead.
farmers might know what's in there.
Yeah. So the group retreats a bit through the woods and back out into the clearing where you first came from. The farmers thank you profusely. They say, "We're going to make our way back towards Chaur. Are you coming with us?"
Afraid not. But the town's that a ways, and just know that the heroes of Chaur helped you out.
Thank you so much. We will tell everyone of your great deeds. And he gives you back your dagger, by the way.
Yay.
Unless you just let him keep it, but I assume you're going to ask for it back.
Yeah, I'll ask for it back.
Yeah. So he gives it back to you, and they start making their way towards Chaur. Unless you're going to say something else.
Not for me.
All right.
Nope.
So why the scout's like, well, I hope that was worth it.
It was very exciting.
He nods and says, "Well, I think we should be on our way, just in case more orcs come or hobgoblins."
Probably
Indeed.
a good idea.
All right. So this might be a good time to take a 5-minute break if everyone's okay with that.
Yep.
I'm
Do like
totally
a
Perfect.
stretch break, bathroom break, but I'll see you back here in 5.
okay.
You're much better at the persuasion than the stealth last turn.
All right, I'm back.
Same.
Did we lose
Me
someone?
too.
No.
Nope, don't think so.
Your icon thing on the bottom or whatever, your name dropped off the roll 20.
Oh,
Buried.
whoops. I don't know why, but I will change that now.
Yeah, maybe you disconnected.
Yeah. There you go. And got it to the, yeah. Alright, I'm back. Wait, are we actually live on a stream thing?
Yeah, but there's only like one viewer.
That's alright, but that's crazy. What's the Twitch?
Hang on, I'll give it to you. It should be on my Discord. If you look under the streaming, I have my channel there.
Just look up DM_Raven.
I'm famous now.
Yeah.
Um,
You're famous.
We get a cut of the proceeds.
You
Half
get,
a penny each.
Yeah, you'll get exactly. All my sponsors, which is no sponsors.
Oh wait, split 6 ways, so we get a sixth of a penny.
Yeah.
Hey, adds up if you get a lot.
There you go.
That to the treasury.
Add it to the party treasury. Exactly. Some copper pieces. All right. Well, if you continue traveling, the rest of the day would go pretty smoothly. Luckily, those orcs and hobgoblins don't figure out what happened and are not able to find you. You travel for a couple more hours, then rest. Excuse me. So you would go into watches. Go ahead and spend 1 food each to keep yourselves from starving. I assume you set up tents. Now, do you do watches at night with or without a campfire?
Is it cold or not too
No,
cold?
not really. It's the end of summer, so it's getting close to fall. There might be a little bit of a chill on the wind, but it's still pretty warm out.
I made a campfire.
It's
think we
just,
gotta go,
although if you don't have a campfire, it's just really hard to see, basically. So if you get jumped, it could be, you could get surprised. But also, if you have a campfire, your party's much more visible in the plains, because there's a big fire and light.
I don't think we want to attract any attention here.
I agree.
Alright, so
No
there's a
campfire.
Alright, so you spend the food, and give me a d20 roll to see how the evening goes.
Anyone?
Scout agrees. He would suggest no campfire. Alright, so the evening goes smoothly. You would wake up in the morning and continue traveling. Give me another d20 roll. Just anyone. Check for random encounters. Okay. Another fairly smooth day. Does anyone have training in nature knowledge?
Yes, I do.
Alright, so as you're traveling, you would note, Oscar, some strange looking herbs growing in the plains. 5. Well, so you don't actually have to roll for this because you would just recognize them. But what's your perception?
My passive is 13.
Yeah, so you would notice them growing. You think you could collect them. You might be able to use these to either craft healing potions or maybe some nature reagents. If you want to go and take some time, if the party's willing to stop for a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask or tell Lokun and Baird. There's some berries over there I might want to pick to play around with. If you guys don't mind waiting an hour or so for me to pick some berries.
Well, it'll probably take more like half an hour, but yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Alright, so give me another nature check. 11. So you managed to collect 50 gold pieces worth of rare herbs.
Right.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nothing else really happens that day. So you would rest the evening, go ahead and spend another day's worth of food. It is now the 91st of summer. And at about, let's see, probably about 1 o'clock the next day as you travel, you would reach a new area. So the trip took about 2.5 days, so you spent 2 days worth of food, and you come into a new map. I assume you can't see anything just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, give me one moment. Oh wait, hang on, let me check something before I do that. Okay. Alright, so you should kind of see yourselves down at the bottom. There's plains all around you. To the north, you see a bunch of mountainous areas as well as a bunch of hills. And it looks like those dotted lines are some natural paths, probably caused by maybe either soldiers or some kind of creatures moving through the area. The scout says up ahead are the mountains and the areas where the hobgoblins are camped out. This is as far as I'm taking you. It's up to you to explore past here. He says, I'll stay back here. If you have a specific spot you want to set up a camp, I can stay there. But otherwise, I'm just going to stay at this spot right here.
Yeah, stay safe and concealed. He said up to the north?
Yeah, he says watch out because they have patrols in the area. So keep an eye out, and there's a lot of them. So try not to set off any alarms. I think there's towers somewhere in this area, and if they see you in the tower, they have horns that they'll blow. Same with the patrols, which will bring more.
And this dotted line, this dashed line looks like the main path. Is that correct?
It looks like areas of grass that have been trampled on, so other creatures, probably hobgoblins and orcs, have moved through here.
And is the grass to the side kind of like high? That
Yes,
we could like.
It's very high. So this is all kind of overgrown area.
It'd be a good idea to have him set up a camp. We can, I don't know.
I think we go north, but I say we stay off this path and move through the grass.
So here, I'll put this tent here to represent where he's set up. He
You,
says, if you want me to move it, just let me know, and I'll keep an eye on. If you want to leave anything here, I can keep an eye on it.
Lokun, you think we could use our familiars to scout a little bit?
I think that's smart thinking.
Very smart thinking.
Alright, so
I'd like to
send your familiars.
Yeah, send the owl and the hawk up into the skies and try to get a scan the grasslands.
Alright, so remember, you can only see through their eyes up to 100 feet away. Each of these squares is about 1,000 feet.
Oh, shoot, never mind.
Oh, okay.
So you could send them up in your location, which will give you a little bit more of a view, but you can't,
it won't really.
Yeah, so if you want to send them up to look around, I can extend your view a little bit temporarily. But like, if you send them like to the north, then you can't keep looking through their eyes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Right, so you want to send
Then
them up to take a
never
look.
mind about that.
Well, it's better than nothing. I'm gonna give it a
uh,
shot.
All right, give me a moment
cool.
here. You can just send them to look around, but then you wouldn't see. You would have to rely on their description of
Their
the
word.
area. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you send the guy or the familiar up. I'll say you can see about another 1,000 feet with him higher up. And you would see a little bit further some hills to the north, and actually what looks like a group of orcs moving across the hilly area.
I'll snap back to my own vision and senses, and I'll communicate that to the party. There's orcs to the northwest by the hills. Tread carefully. Maybe we go. How many did I see? About how many it looked like?
It looked like a small war party of about 6, so not too many. They look like they were just moving through the hills, maybe either keeping a lookout or you're not sure what they were doing.
Orcs.
And each
Go ahead.
each of these squares is about 1,000 feet.
Yes.
Cool. I mean, you want to keep following the trail? You want to get off the trail?
Off the trail.
Off the trail.
They're gonna be patrolling
Uh,
this path.
Yeah, are we able to like walk like in the tall grass quieter, like parallel to trails?
So it's yeah. I mean, you could definitely walk through the grass. It's harder to see you, and it'll probably slow you down a bit. But you can definitely do it. The grass is probably about 3 to 4 feet high, so it's not completely covering you, but it is giving you a good amount of cover.
You know, being slower is not a bad idea to like not die and get hundreds of goblins on our.
I mean, to me, it seems like north is the only way to go.
Yeah, unless you want to go back out into the plains, which wouldn't be very useful.
Let's just go back.
Let's just go home now. We saw it. We got it.
We came close. You guys want to just head north? Start heading north
Yeah, preferably off the path.
on the trails,
Off the path.
off the path.
All right.
Cool.
Northeast or northwest?
Let's
Or just straight. Well, you said off the path, so yeah, northeast or west. Okay, so northeast.
That sounds great.
All right, so you start moving through the grass. You do see this grouping up here, sort of moving this way. Doesn't seem like they've noticed you.
Can we stealth through this too? Just
Well, we go to where they came. Because if they're moving that way, that means they left like there might be a void over there that we could sneak through.
go to the northwest and.
Yeah, so if you want to stealth as a group, you can. I would just get stealth rolls from all of you. So go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Yay! Jeez.
I'm really good at this.
Man, Barrett, you were just not having good stealth today.
no.
Oh, you're supposed to be the stealthy one too.
All right. So you're pretty well hidden. Luckily, the grass is making it much harder for you to be seen. These guys keep moving off this way as the group is kind of traveling up this way. You get up to here, and yeah, you see a bunch more hills to the north of you. Where do you want to go?
What are you guys thinking?
If we go up in the hills, maybe we can get a better look of our surroundings.
Was thinking.
Cool.
Sound fun.
I like that plan. I feel like we should follow this trail west. Is that west?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's west.
Yeah,
Yeah, but not
follow this trail, but up in the hills. See if we could get a little overlook. That way we're
sounds
not
good.
surprised.
Okay. So you're kind of move. So the hills would make you more revealed because there isn't much grass up there, but you would definitely get a better view because you'd be up higher.
Do you wanna? Hmm, can I send the owl up again?
Sure. So you send him up 100 feet to take a look. Woo. Revealing more area. You see the mountainous areas getting closer. Those would definitely be harder to see you in, but also probably be more treacherous to navigate.
Uh, so these hills will make us exposed. Maybe we stick to the grasses. Just head west through the grass, west and north.
I mean, this doesn't seem like that far of a path. Maybe like here through the
Okay.
hills and then go over towards the mountain. Just an
The
idea.
mountain.
Then we can get a view and we can hopefully not be seen. I don't know. That's just a thought. It's definitely more risky, which sounds exciting. You get an idea. Barrett kind of likes the excitement, adrenaline of things.
Okay. Uh, that's what you think. Uh, we can go through the hills. Oscar, what do you want to do? Let's make a decision here, though. I want to go through the grasses, but I'm okay going
Grass
through the
seems a lot
hills.
easier.
Yeah.
I'm pretty lazy, so grass seems a lot easier.
Lazy druid. All right.
We got a dwarf with us with stubby legs.
All right.
Remember
So you're
that.
sticking to the grass path here.
Not to the
Yeah.
path, off the side of it, but we're following
Okay.
it.
So
Yeah.
you're kind of heading southwest a little.
Yeah.
All right. So you begin traveling, trying to stick to the side of the path as you head west. Continuing west, or you said you're following the trail, right?
Yeah, but at this juncture, I'd like to send the owl up again.
Ooh. All right. He flies up. And you would now see a watchtower
Tower.
up on the hill to the north. It looks like. Here, give me a moment here. Humanoids. It looks like there is a group of hobgoblins in the tower, keeping watch. You don't think they've seen you just yet, though if you continue getting closer, you'd definitely be in danger of getting spotted.
Yeah. Guys, fellows, I don't think we should keep going north. I think we need to go around. Maybe to keep going west and circumvent. Up straight north is the tower. I see some hobgoblins in there.
Alright, so you want to keep heading west?
Oh,
You
sorry.
could.
What if we tried to like do something like that? So like stick to the grass and then like stealth through to the mountain. Because these are hills here, right? So the chances if we were like at the bottom of
Yeah, so the
these
hills,
hills,
if
it
you
would
could
see
get
us.
into that valley there, the hills would give you cover from the tower.
It's
You'd
just
be at
kind of
slight risk of being noticed as you entered the valley. Like in this area here, as you went through the grass, like there's a
Yeah.
chance they might see you.
But I feel like this is a smaller area than this. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if we go in there, then we got this mountain in front of us. We can't go up into the hills. They'll see us for sure, probably. And
Oh yeah, you guys don't want to climb through the mountains.
You want to climb the mountains?
I-
The mountains look treacherous. They're definitely a place you could probably go to get cover, but that would be a lot of athletics.
yeah, I'm okay on that. I mean, I don't want to do that.
Those mountains look big.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So did you want to try to head west?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So trying to kind of stay outside the view of the tower and bring your familiar back down. The group is heading west, keeping a good distance. And yeah, you kind of saw a little bit of it already, but there are some hills over here. Are you trying to go around them?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there isn't really a way to give you guys sight without giving you control of the token.
Yeah.
So you are able to move this thing. But yeah, just tell me where you're going. So is this how you're doing this? Kind of going north now?
Yeah. Let's keep going north. Just keep a
Yep.
healthy distance from that tower.
Alright, so you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere right now. Let's see. Gnarl would stop you guys and says, I see something up ahead. Give me a moment here. He says, I think there are wolves. And looking up ahead, you would see something moving through the grass. But you don't know if they've seen you yet. It seems like they are approaching, whatever they are.
Oopsies.
About how many wolves does it look like?
Oscar says, it's hard to tell. I just see movement. They're still pretty far off.
Where are those wolves that don't like hobgoblins and stuff?
Yeah, and
That
I
one
guess
wolf.
Gnarl does have that one wolf with him still.
Yeah. Remember, you guys have a hobgoblin with you.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Oscar
You guys
looks
are
like you could
racist.
talk to him.
Do you
Wow.
want to try to
Um,
talk to them,
and
Oscar?
yeah. Can I use Speech of the Woods to? I mean, they can't really talk back to me at this point, but
So they can understand you. You know that wild animals are always a bit risky because even if they can understand you, it doesn't mean they won't try to eat you, depending on
yeah.
how if they're hungry, if they're
Well,
what kind of mood they're in. Do you have animal handling?
I do.
Okay. So you might be kind of confident in yourself if you want to approach them.
Is there a way I could use rations to kind of get on their good side?
Offering them food would definitely give you advantage. You know that wolves often, especially if you have meat, wolves often will be more susceptible to speaking with you if you offer them sustenance.
and
I think.
we got
Oh
jerky.
yeah, we got jerky, goblin jerky.
Well,
No.
you
No,
have the
regular-
rations that Lord Blackwater gave you. I don't know if you have your own rations.
Oh, yeah.
Lord Black. I'll go for it. Sorry.
Let's use some of those rations, and I'm gonna use my speech of the woods to tell them, hey, we're friendly. Um, we're trying to help you out here. What? Yeah, and give them food.
All right, so you're gonna move towards the wolves. As you get closer, they definitely start moving towards you. Uh, you see there are about 8 of them. Looks like a pack. They approach cautiously, kind of circling around. Are you going up by yourself, or is the whole group approaching?
I'll go up by
I'll
myself.
hang back.
Okay.
I'll hang
So,
back.
it's really a good idea.
All right, so you step forward, kind of keeping the group back as to not upset them. They are sort of circling you, getting closer, maybe growling a little bit now. What are you going to do?
Can I use my speech of words to say like, hey, we don't know what's going on in this valley. We don't like the goblins in this area. But before I do all that, could I give them food? Did they eat food? I'll toss
Uh,
rations at them.
so you kind of move forward a bit with your rations. Give me animal handling with advantage as you offer them some food.
Nice.
So yeah, you move forward, and they seem to be excited at the prospect of getting some food. You realize you're probably going to have to use more than a day's worth of rations if you want to feed a bunch of them, or do you want to just use the one day's worth?
I'll use as much rations as I need.
All right, so I'll say you need about 3 days worth of rations to give them all a bit of food. But they seem much more susceptible towards you now. So you said those things to them. They can't really respond, but they just sort of look at you and nod. And now they are kind of just sitting there. They don't look like they're hostile anymore. They're more neutral now.
I'm going to ask them if they can show us a way to get through without being seen.
Give me another animal handling check at advantage. Actually, no advantage this time since you're requesting them to do something. 11. So they look at you curiously. Do you have insight?
I
Or
think so.
what's your passive insight, I should say?
13.
So they might not know exactly where you want them to lead you. Because you just said lead you through.
Yes.
That's a little bit vague.
Can they show us the goblin camp? I guess is where I would go, or a good view of the goblin camp with.
So when you say goblin camp, they kind of nod and start going this way.
Oh snap!
I'm gonna
Hey.
turn back to the party and say we should follow these guys.
Did you tell
All
him
right.
not to eat us?
They don't seem like they're interested in attacking you anymore. But yeah, they're basically kind of moving off now and waiting for you to follow.
Good work, Oscar. Let him lead the way.
Alright, so they're going this way. The group's kind of following them. You get over to here when you see something in the distance. The tower, yeah, you would still see the tower kind of up on the hill over here, visible. But along the path up ahead, you see something that looks dangerous.
Oh, Jesus.
A pack of
Fingers.
ogres moving kind of north along the path. It looks like there are 3 of them. So far, they have kind. You think they've kind of seen the wolves in the distance? Actually, give me a stealth check, because they might actually notice you at this distance. You think they did notice the wolves, but they don't look like they're doing anything to engage them. So give me each you give me a stealth check. Let's see, 14. Alright, no, they don't notice you. They are heading north, and they just continue kind of ignoring the wolves.
I think we ought to stay to the west side. Nice.
Yeah.
The wild chips transform into a wolf.
You want to do that? So, you see, actually from here, even though you can't see it on the map, there is a tower up here. You don't know if there's anyone in it, but it looks like the wolves are going towards an area that might be close to the towers. So, if you go there, you might be spotted.
Locoon, you want to use your little familiar?
Up, and away, banner.
Alright, so what's... Oh, to increase the distance?
Yeah, let's get a little sneak peek of what's up ahead. I think that trail, we gotta stay off those trails. So I think just walking around the side of these grasses is the way to go. Keep a healthy distance between us.
I asked
and
the
the
wolves
ogre.
if there's another way.
Alright, so you kind of walk up to where the wolves are, and you say, is there another way? Alright, they will start coming back this way and heading north.
Let's follow them.
Okay.
Alright, so you bring your familiar back. Getting up 3,000 feet again. They're heading north. It looks like the ogres are heading north too. So you're following the wolves. Following the wolves.
Maybe on the west side of the wolves.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're maybe a little bit over here. And the wolves seem like they're trailing the ogres a bit.
Yeah, Oscar.
Yeah, sure.
In a fight, maybe those wolves can help us.
That's what I was thinking. Or at least hoping.
Hold on, let's not. These wolves are getting into dangerous territories, I think. Can I fly the owl up again?
Yeah, sure. So you fly the owl up, examining the landscape. That's what you see.
I think the wolves are leading us into the thick of things.
So with the familiar, you actually would see it looks like there's some sort of fenced-off camp over here that the ogres have entered into.
Okay, I'll let the party know. Looks like there's something fenced off. Don't want to go that ways unless we want to sneak over there and take a peek, but we can also just keep going to the north further. What do you guys think?
I trust my friends.
Where we need to go.
I mean, I've known them for like 20 minutes. They seem pretty chill.
Okay.
They seem nice.
Can you ask them if it's safe? Like, hey.
Oh, they can't talk back from what he said. They can just listen.
You know, if it's safe for wolves, it's safe for us, right?
I don't know. But
I'm down to check it out. We should. I think that's where we need to go. So we should at least give it a peeky.
Okay.
Can I give another or some more rations to the wolves?
I can give them some of mine, so you don't use all yours.
So you give them 3 days already. But yeah, you can give them some more if you want. They're not going to turn down food.
Belly's full. You'll like pass out.
Well, no, you didn't give one wolf 3 days. You gave 3 days to like 8 wolves.
All the whole pack.
Yeah. So they're. I mean, they could definitely eat some more food if you want to give it to them.
And I will do that.
All right. So you want to give them 3 more days worth?
Sounds good.
Give me another animal training, or sorry, animal handling check. All right. So the wolves seem to be taking to you, giving them all the sustenance, and they seem a little bit more friendly.
I'll go.
But yeah, so they take the food and they eat it happily. What do you want to do?
Wait. We following them?
Yeah,
that's
they
what
would.
you guys want to do.
It looks like they are continuing to lead you this way.
I mean, Lokun, can't you just like get naked or something and fit in with the rest of the goblins here?
So get naked. At this point, they kind of stop. They don't seem like they want to get any closer to the camp. And you would notice that there are some towers inside the gated area that look like they have some hobgoblins on them. So they probably don't want to get shot with arrows. Oh, give me a stealth check, actually. You're kind of close to the camp now.
Doing really good on stealth.
Uh-oh. Alright, luckily, what's his name? Gnarl is helping, and you are all still hidden from sight as you kind of crouch down in the grass looking around.
Well,
so at this point, the wolves would kind of come back a little bit because they're also a little bit worried about the camp people coming out.
I think we should just keep going north.
Keep going north? Baird, what do you think?
I mean, we should.
You think we could scout this little camp out, figure out a weak spot, sneak in, sneak out?
I don't think it's gonna work like that the way we're doing it.
I mean,
So there is a gate.
Scout around.
There's like a gate that opens up into the camp. The wood wall looks like it's at about 10 feet high. If you want to send someone close, you can, but it will require some stealth checks. And if you get close, you'd all have to make it, unless you send like one person to take a look.
Well, it's
Tend to
pretty
scout
heavily
around the
fortified.
area more.
Yeah,
Find a weak spot.
yeah. I don't want to go up against ogres and hobgoblins together.
Yeah, there's
All
probably
right.
there's probably a bunch of people there now that the ogres went in.
Well, I can also. So, does this look like it is the main camp? Like this is where the hundreds of hobgoblins
Oh
and
no,
stuff
you
are?
doubt it. It's not that big.
Oh,
Like
so
there,
it's just like an outpost.
it's probably an outpost. Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's a good thing to know. So, this doesn't seem like their main base. So maybe we should keep looking. I don't know if there's much to do here at the moment, unless we want to like trap it at some point.
Agreed. To the north.
All right. So at this point, the wolves are probably going to wander off unless you're going to tell them to do something else.
I was going to ask them if they wanted to follow us, using speech of woods again.
Some bounty of hobgoblins.
Wage war against these vile beasts.
So you can go ahead and make a check. You would think that wolves moving with the party might make you more visible, though. If something like tries to hunt them or something, they might see the party as well.
Are you guys worried about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
slightly, unfortunately.
We don't want hundreds of hobgoblins on us. I'm telling you. The Iron Tide's not to be trifled with.
That said, if you could find some place for them to wait, they could be a resource in the future. Or if, like, you came back here later and found them again. Because, like, yeah, if you ask them to go, like, attack something, they might be able to help you with an assault or something. But moving around with them definitely makes your group more visible. Because wolves, I don't think wolves are very good at stealth, first of all.
I think you're right.
They're just sort of like they're noticeable for sure. Yeah.
Then maybe I tell them that we're following this trail to the north and to the east. If they'd love to join us, that's fine. But stay quiet.
All right. I think they are probably just going to go hunting at this point, or maybe just if you. So you asked them if they want to follow you.
Yes.
I think they're just gonna. They would just want to stay here at this point. Like they would just kind of wander off this way.
You can ask them to stay there, and we can give
Yeah,
them
we can
sick.
get them back. Get them back later, Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you'd assume they're gonna hang out in these plains, probably hunt and just be around if you want to find them again.
Okay.
Cool.
To the north.
All right. So the group leaves the wolves behind for now, heading north. Doggos. You could send them back to your main camp to the south, maybe. So you get to this point.
We'd like to send the owl up at this point.
All right. Well, hang on, because you see something up ahead.
Okay.
A patrol of hobgoblins coming this way.
Oh.
Do you still want to
Keep
send
going
your,
north.
You still want to send your owl up?
No, I've seen enough. Just to the
Alright.
north.
So you're heading up this way as they head this way. Give me some stealth checks.
How many of them it looks like?
From here you would count 5. Alright, so 17, 14, that's pretty good. Alright, so you head north. They do not notice you as they kind of come around this way, and it looks like they are headed south. Do you want to do anything or just let them pass?
Up to you guys. Do we see towers nearby?
No, you haven't seen any towers since down south. Though you do see one of the orcs has a horn. Or sorry, one of the hobgoblins has a horn.
I think we stay low and
Yes.
let them pass
Absolutely.
by.
Alright, so yeah, they would pass by then. Continuing south this way. What do you want to do?
To the east. Stay in the grass, but close to the hills.
Alright. As you get here, you would see some movement to the north. Those with a 13 or over in passive perception, you would see what looks like a hunting party. Looks like they've hunted down some deer and are kind of gathering up the ones they killed. There are 5 orcs there.
Or take them out.
Do any of them have horns?
No.
I murdered some deer.
These ones don't look like they have horns. They look like they're just like maybe getting food for the army or something.
They murdered some deer.
Oscar will not
And
abide this.
orcs. I mean, they can't.
Yeah.
warn
Fuck
anyone.
them.
Alright,
Oh.
so are you going after them, or what do you want to do?
If Oscar wants to kill them, then Vulcan's down.
We
As long
did
as
let
they-
him keep the wolves, so I mean, if
Yeah.
you want vengeance on
If
the
only we
deer,
had the wolves, we could just send the wolves after them now.
Oscar wants blood. I get it. Let Oscar,
Ooh,
you
the
want
wolves.
to take him out?
What did those deer do to those? What did those deer do?
Yeah.
Are
Save
you a
Bambi.
vegetarian?
Alright, are you going to try to sneak up on them, or are you just going to rush them?
Sneaking up would be great, but
I think that's the smart idea.
Alright,
I don't know. We're good at it, but try our luck.
Can I try sneaking first and get a shot off? No, we can all sneak.
Yeah. That's
Well-
maybe you can sneak up ahead, right?
I mean, you could be ahead of the group first, but you still want to all go like within fighting
Yeah.
range, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me stealth checks for the group then, the 3 of you. See if you get noticed as you come. Oh man, you guys are super
What?
stealthy today.
Wow.
Fucking ninja-
what?
Ninjas. Ninjas. All right, hang on. As you approach by this direction into the plains.
Well, I gotta say, guys, we covered a lot of territory pretty well and scoped out the perimeter pretty well. So,
You know, we got the high ground.
yep.
Oh man. We still have a lot of black area on here.
I know it's huge. I love the kind of hex crawl type of this.
Exploration. All right, you should
hope we
see
don't
a
die.
dark map.
Yes.
Indeed.
You'll be coming in from the south. So, let's see, we got Barad. Oh, and it's daytime. Hang on, let me turn on the lights. Because you would not be sneaking in under nightfall.
Do wolves eat orcs? that, like,
Wolves will
gross?
pretty much eat. Depends on how hungry they are. Usually, they're not going to eat humanoids unless they are
Clever.
pretty hungry.
Like clever bears, like if we let the wolves eat them, or like afterwards, it'll look like they just got murdered by a bunch of wolves.
It's true. All right, so you're coming in from the south there. To the north of you, there would be some orcs. I said 5 of them. 2, 3, and 5. So you see those 5 orcs to the north. They have not noticed you yet, so you're pretty close. What do you want to do?
Let me bring out my owl too.
If I shoot them with a bow, one of them, that's like an actual sneak attack, right?
So at this point, you could initiate an attack and you would have surprise, because they have not noticed the group.
Yeah. I think we hit him
Say we
from
spread
afar.
out. Unless one of you wants to ride me into them.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm not getting closer, but I like the idea of shooting some stuff over there through the trees.
I am more than willing to get closer after an initial shot, because I finally have my cunning action, so I can at least
Ooh.
run
All right.
around.
And
Go ahead
can I?
go ahead.
I have my owl. Hey Barrett, it's okay if Banner perches on your shoulder while you sneak in there. He can help you get some sneak attacks in there.
Some distractions.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I would just kind of like hop out. I mean, somewhere and just shoot this guy right here. So I guess.
All right, give me initiative rolls.
Okay.
You can shoot him from behind the trees.
Oh, can I? Cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. Yeah, then I'll stay behind the trees. Come on, good initiative roll. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so the first act is Barrett. Do you have a missile weapon you want to use, or?
I have my short bow.
All right, so go ahead, give me a shot, and you wouldn't be at advantage. Oh wait, yeah, you would, because you'd be stealthing. So go ahead.
Oh, whoops, that's a rapier. My bad.
You throw your rapier at them.
Yeah.
All right, so you would strike with your first shot. Go ahead and roll damage. As the arrow flies through the air, striking him on his hide armor for eight. Yeah, you get sneak. So you do 14. He is badly wounded with an arrow sticking out of his shoulder. Oh! And a bunch of them are now looking around. Anything else, Barrett?
You know, they technically haven't seen us yet, right?
At this point, they have, because you are no
okay.
longer hidden. Once you make an attack, you lose stealth.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all. Let's see what they do. Oh, they probably have bows.
They have javelins. Lokun, what do you want to do?
I'll take a shot at which one is wounded.
This one.
Okay, I'll take the shot at the same one. Do I get advantage?
Yes, you are still hidden. Oh yeah, 19 would strike, hitting him square in the chest with a firebolt. Oh yeah, he is immolated. And he goes down. These guys are now yelling a bunch as they see their friend burned up. That's it for you. The orcs go, but they're still surprised, kind of looking around, getting their bearings. What do you want your owl to do?
It's just perched on Barrett's shoulder, dodging.
So he's kind of staying here for now.
All right. Yep.
Oscar, bottom of the round. What do you want to do?
I think I'm just. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna hide behind Lokun.
All right, so you're
Get over here.
So you're still hidden in the trees. Well, if you move, you're gonna lose hiding. But
Oh, okay.
do you want
Then
to stay in hiding, or do you want to move?
I'll stay in hiding.
All right, so you remain hidden for the time being. Into the new round, Barad. The orcs see you now. Looks like they're coming this way. They see you and Lokun, because you both attacked.
Cool. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just was looking at something. I'm gonna. So will the owl stay with me if he's on top of me?
That's my intent.
Yeah, I mean he's probably more likely on the tree above you, because it would be kind of painful with an owl's like talon in your shoulder while you're moving around. So he's probably just like in the area with you.
I'd go over here
Okay.
and then shoot this one.
Yeah, let's see, he's like up in the tree here. Alright, so you're shooting at this guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, so you take a shot at that guy. Oh, 7 would not be enough, and he would dodge out of the way. Anything
Yeah,
else?
I would. Oh shoot. I'm sorry. Let me look. I can take dash, disengage, and hide. No. That's all.
So you went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, so your turn ends. Lokun.
Okay, Lokun will and get it like over here, and that's he'll back up 30 feet over there
Okay.
and take a shot at the same guy that Barrett took a shot at.
Alright, so you chant, channeling fire energy and pointing at that guy. Oh, he is struck straight on with a firebolt, taking 3 points of fire damage. He looks towards you and yells, "Shaman!" And they're all looking at you now.
Indeed. And that's it for Loken.
Alright, the orcs go. So this guy is going to move 30 feet towards Varid. Only needs to move here. And he's going to take a swing, hefting his great axe. He says, "Die, whelp."
Think about not hitting.
So he would strike you,
Oh.
because your AC is only 13.
Yeah.
You are struck for 7 points of slashing damage.
I'm fine. But a flesh wound.
This guy moves through the hill, difficult terrain. Then he is going to use aggressive to move again as a bonus action. And then he is going to get up to here with his dash, but he cannot attack you because he had to use 3 movements to get there. This guy's going to do the same thing, using aggressive. This guy is going to come around this way, use aggressive, running through the trees, and then he's going to use his move to get up to Lokun. That is it for them. The owl goes. So he is going to... you told him to help Barrett as your last request. So he's going to fly at this guy and peck at him. Woo, then fly away, giving the next attack on this guy advantage. Oscar, you are still hidden in the trees. They haven't noticed you yet. What do you want to do? Or are you muted?
You're muted, Oscar.
Sorry about that. I let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm gonna scoot towards Lokun, and then use infestation on this goblin here, or the goblin on or orc on Lokun.
Alright, so he gets to make a con save, which he's actually pretty good at.
That
He has
sucks.
high con, but he would fail. So he takes 2 points of poison damage as bugs bite him. Is there any other effects to that? Or is it just 2 poison damage? Let's see.
1d4 moves a direction.
Oh.
He has to move, are you saying? Or who moves?
Yeah, if he failed the
Oh.
concept.
Oh,
in a
so
random
he's going to
direction.
move to the west, which he cannot because it's blocked. So he just goes, "Ah!" and just kind of stands there because Lokun's in the way. All right.
Yep.
So that's it for Oscar. New round, Barrett. You are in a little bit of trouble here, as a bunch of orcs are now surrounding you. What do you want to do? But
Yeah,
you do have advantage on one of them if you can hit him.
No, I do. No disengage and dash though. I might. I'll Yeah, he sees this as not a great situation. So he will, as an action, disengage, and then as his bonus action, he will dash the heck away.
Okay, so you get.
Oh wait, but sorry, wait. Actually, oh darn, oh darn. I keep.
So
hitting
you know
more
these
spots.
guys have aggressive, so they can move as a bonus action. Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then like right, if they keep running towards me, hopefully they won't have any actions to hit me. Or will
Well, they
still-
can move up to 60 feet a turn and attack
Oh,
because they have
so
aggressive. You
so they
saw
would
that's
just
how
get
they
right
rushed
back
up on
to
you.
me.
Yeah, so they could actually probably rush up on you and hit you again, or take
Okay.
attacks anyway.
I was using the Q thing. Sorry, my guy ran across the screen.
That's fine.
Yeah, then Baird's gonna realize that he probably can't get away. He's gonna attack this guy with his rapier. Drop his. I know how to do this now. Drop his. Okay,
Drop
I
your
said
bow
I know how
and
to do it, and then I messed up.
pull out your rapier. All right.
I mean, if you are not using a shield, you can just you don't even drop your bow. You can
Yeah, that's true. You
pull
could
out your
just pull
rapier.
out your rapier and stab at him.
Oh, cool. That's what I will do.
All right, so go
Yeah.
ahead and give me an attack at advantage.
Let's go.
come on.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
22
22.
would strike. So give me some damage. And
Sneak
sneak attack. Oh, good hit. So he is caught off guard because of the owl, and you get him right in the side. He goes down.
Nice.
Oh yeah, thank goodness. And then I laugh.
And you laugh at the other two who have really big axes. All right,
Yeah.
Lo-kun, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to.
Or wait, actually, do we want to stop here and wait till next week since we are at 8:30? Maybe
Yeah.
bring in your allies.
Okay with that. Okay.
All right, give me MVP votes, and we can call it here. Hopefully, we figure out what happened to Garen.
Oh, whoops. I guess you guys know who I voted
/
for.
W space GM space Oscar.
Yep.
If you're voting for Oscar, or
Yep,
whoever you're
that's what-
voting for. All right, it is a three-way tie. So give me D20 rolls, all of you,
Again.
to see who wins the tie.
2 weeks in a row.
Looks like Lo-kun, you are the
With the
MVP
6.
with the 6. Congrats.
Yeah. All right. All right. Good games, all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Hopefully,
let's see.
we have
we live
everyone
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need some help here.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping everyone's going to be here. I don't know what happened to two of our people. That's kind of weird, but all right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll take some notes, but yeah, I'll see you all next week.
Take
All
care.
right. Good night, all.
Let's see. Oh, did I forget to turn my camera back on? Wah wah. Sorry, everyone. I know you all wanted to watch me, but I'll see you all next week. Hope you enjoyed the stream.